Good morning, students, and welcome to the class of English. Today, I am Kasin Thapa, PhD English, is in front of you with a new revision chapter. And children, today's topic is the poem "The Voice of the Rain" by Walt Whitman. Children, Walt Whitman was an American poet, and he was a very well-known person in America, but it was not so earlier. In his pre-years in America, he did not get popularity and did not get any fame for his work. Then he went to England and there he got renown. And then when he returned back to America, he was highly recognized poet in America. So that's why we can say that Walt Whitman was a renowned poet in America. And children, in my previous videos about this poem, you can learn about Walt Whitman, the poet, in detail. All right. So as this is a revision video, so I am discussing only some important things. Children, if you talk about the content of this poem is something which personifies the things. Is it possible for the rain to speak? Definitely no. So why we are saying the voice of the rain? It means the rain has been given human qualities. And the voice of the rain, it means the raindrop is talking, expressing his feelings. So whatever the raindrop expressed, children, here not to you, to the poet. So the poet has translated it for the readers. The poet asked the soft falling shower who it was. So here, children, it has been portrayed that the poet understands the language of rain and they both talk with each other. So the soft falling shower talked with the poet and the poet asked who it was. Strangely enough, the shower gave me an answer. Now, why the poet has used the word strangely enough? Because it's difficult for the readers to understand. This generally the poet believes. And he says that I can talk to the rain, and in this poem I have explained whatever was the discussion in a lucid manner to the readers. That's why he has used the word strangely enough. Now the shower gave him the answer. So the voice of the rain told him that it was the poem of earth. Children, this first line is very poetic. The poem of the earth. What does it mean? The poem of the earth means the rain, understand like this, the rain has been sung by the earth. If we consider the raindrop as a poem, here the comparison has been drawn between raindrop and poem. So what the raindrops tell? That it was a poem of the earth, means the earth has sung that poem. It is everlasting and perpetual. Again here, the two things move parallel. Why? The raindrop and the poem. Poem is never ending. Whatever poems have been written now, still they are in the minds and the hearts of the people. In the same way, here the voice of the rain says that It was the poem of the earth. It is everlasting and perpetual. It is something that cannot be touched. In the poem, children, the word has been used impalpable. Impalpable means which cannot be touched. We can only feel the existence of that thing. Alright? How? When water drops get up from the water bodies, may it be rivers, oceans, lakes, they get evaporated. And you know very well that it's very difficult to touch the rain, evaporated raindrops or vapors. You can only feel that vapors are there. It is born out of the land and the deep sea. Why? Because of the evaporation which takes place from the ocean water and as well as land, whatever water gets evaporated, it forms the vapors, then the raindrop. Then it rises upwards to heaven. There it gets a different form and is altogether changed. So children, the water body in the contains the water drops, all right, but when same water drops get up in the air, their forms get changed. Now they are in the form of vapors, all right, but it remains the same. Now see, two different things have been put here. What it is? What the poet is saying that the raindrops, the I get born of the land and the sea, then I rise upwards to heaven, and there it gets different form and is altogether changed. When the form has changed, how it is the same? This may be the question. Because whether it is raindrop, whether it is drop of water, I think all the forms are same. That's why two different things have been put together. And that's why this line has been written that there it gets a different form, but altogether changed, but yet it is the same. Then it comes down to wash the dry, thirsty, tiny particles and dust layers of the world. Then the raindrops falls down. Then what happens? It just quenches the thirst. It just fills up the dryness, the tiny dust layers which cover the entire world. They get washed away and everything appears cool and clear. The rain helps the seeds which lie hidden and unborn under the layer of the earth to take a new life. This process of rain is perpetual and goes on by day and night. So the rain helps the seed which are latent. Latent means something which is hidden. All right? Something which is hidden is latent. So the rain helps seed which are inside the earth. They are latent. Latent means they are not dead, but they are hidden. They are unborn. So the rain helps them to come out from the layer of the earth and take a new life. Got it? It means rainwater helps the seeds in germination. This process of rain is perpetual and goes on by day and night. So it's a continuous phenomena. That is water bodies getting evaporated, then formation of vapors, then condensation, then precipitation, and then the falling down of rain. Rain gives back life to its own source of beginning. How is it possible? The water bodies, what happens? They generally get dried up in summers and the water level goes down. But when it rains, they get filled up again. That's why rain gives back life to its own source of beginning and makes that thing pure and beautiful. The rain sings a song, and this song issues from its birthplace. So, rain sings a song, and this song gets issued from the birthplace. It keeps wandering here and there, and whether it is paid heed or not, after accomplishment, the song returns properly with love. So, the poet says that the rain is kind of a song, and this song starts from its birthplace, from where it has got its origin, and it moves from one place to another. Anybody paying attention to it or not doesn't matter. But after accomplishment of the task, what is the task of a song? To means let the people enjoy the things. To let the people enjoy the beauty of the song. Okay, that is the sole purpose of the song. So the same thing is done by the raindrop. So the raindrop issues from its birthplace, it keeps wandering here and there, and then after accomplishment of the goal, the song returns properly with love. So children, this was the summary of the poem. Now let's move on to some question answers. Here are some extracts for comprehension. You have to read the extracts given below and answer the questions that follow. And who art thou? Said I to the soft falling shower, which strange to tell gave me an answer as here. Translated. I am the poem of the earth, said the voice of the rain. So, what question does the poet ask the rain? Alright, so the poet asks the rain to give its introduction and identity. Now, why the poet has written translated? Because the poet only understands the language of rain. What does the expression soft falling shower suggest? The rain has been called a soft falling shower. Alright, it suggests that the rain has a soothing effect. Which poetic device has been used in the last line? I am the poem of the earth. So it is personification. Because the raindrop has been given human qualities. Next, eternal I rise, impalpable, out of the land and the bottomless sea, upwards to heaven, whence vaguely formed, altogether changed and yet the same. I descend to leave the dots, atomies, dust layers of the globe, and all that in them without me were seeds only, latent, unborn. The question is, from where does the rain originate? So, the rain originates the vast land in the deep sea, as it is written in the first line. What poetic device does the poet use here? So again, the poetic device which has been used is personification. Next, how does the rain help the seeds? Definitely, the rain helps the seeds to grow into plants by stirring life into dormant seed. Next extract. And forever by day and night, I give back life to my own origin and make pure and beautiful it. For song issuing from its birthplace after fulfillment wandering wrecked or unwrecked, duly with love, returns. So question is, how does it give back life to its own origin? So rain gives back life to its own origin by once again rising heavenwards in the form of vapors. Thus, another life cycle gets started. How does the rain purify and beautify its own origin? So, repeated evaporation condenses and purifies the rain still further, because it's a most well-known phenomenon of getting the pure water. You know very well. You might have studied in chemistry distillation. It is a phenomenon of distillation that repeated evaporation gives the pure water. So rising vapors appear more beautiful in the backdrop of clean and green earth. Why are the last lines put within the brackets? So last line contains poet's observation about the course of song. Alright, so it is the poet's observation. That's why these lines have been put inside the brackets, because these lines have not been spoken by the rain. Now here are some very short questions. So there are two voices in the poem. Who do they belong to? Which line indicate this? So one of them belong to the poet, and another is the rain. And these are indicated in the lines 1, 2 and 3, 9 respectively. You can search, children, the sounds. You can cross verify this thing. What does the phrase strange to tell means? The phrase strange to tell means that the rain gives an answer to the poet's query, and it is surprising to report the answer. It means whatever discussion goes on between rain and the poet, it's very difficult for the poet to directly tell that thing to the readers. That's why he has translated. That's why he has also written strange to tell. There is a parallel drawn between rain and music. Which words indicate this? The following words are there: poem of the earth, eternal I rise, impalpable out of land and the bottom of the sea, for song duly with love returns. These are the words which have been used to indicate similarity. Both originate from a source, rise up, reach fulfillment, wander about, whether cared about or not, and finally return to source of origin with love. Now, how is cyclic movement of rain brought out in the poem? Cyclic movement means actually it is water cycle which has been portrayed here. So, same thing you have to answer in your own language. The standard answer which is written here, I am reading it for you. Rainwater rises untouched out of the land and deep sea and gathers in the sky, where it changes form and then comes down to the earth to bathe the dry tiny particles of dust layers and all that lies buried under it. Then it returns to the place of its origin. Science textbooks indicate that water vapors from the rivers and ocean rise up to the sky due to the intense heat. They assume the form of clouds and after condensation drop down as rain. The water flows back through rivers to the seas and oceans. Okay, children, this is the standard answer which is given by the author or the poet. You can use your own language, but that should be having the correct answer. Why the last two lines put within the bracket? Again, same thing, because the last two lines contain a comment about the music and its cycle. These differ from the first 9 lines, and the first 2 lines are the voice of the poet, whereas lines 3 to 9 are spoken by rain. The cycle of song is put in the bracket to mark the difference in speakers, but similarity is content. Now, the opposite words in the poem: rise, descend, day, night, wrecked, unwrecked. All right. So you have to read. You can read these sentences also. And who art thou? Said I to the short falling star. See, this is art thou. These words are of old English, and if you write them in the present English, it will be like this: I said to the short falling star, who are you? I am the poem of the earth, said the voice of the rain. So the voice of the rain said, I am the poem of the earth. Eternal I rise means I rise eternally. For song duly with love returns. So for song returns duly with love. Okay children, so that much in this video. Thank you for the day, and till the next class just watch this video and practice the questions.